welcome back to True Blue for You. I know it's been a minute. I apologize, but like I said, I was kind of getting my life together. I got a poetry book, and the front reads, "Quiet your mind and your soul will speak." Love that shit. Excuse my French, but I'm real and I curse. But like I said, I was getting my life together, sending the kids back off to school, so that was my main focus, and now I'm back. So this one is gonna be a little bit more personal, with stuff that I went through. Some of the shit I feel like I'm going through again, or going through now, or still have not finished going through. So this one is very old though. The first one I'm starting off with. The second one is not really like a poem. It's just a saying or what I was feeling. And like at the end of all of them, I hashtag some thoughts. It's crazy because it really is thoughts. And like I just they kind of rhyme. Some of them. I'm gonna read 3 of them. Okay. Can't remind myself enough. No matter how many times I'm consistently reminded with a reality slap, I look back at the forbidden fruit that is my only poison. I know how the tale always ends, with my pain, my loss, his gain, his sunshine, my rain. I tell myself I may have lost the battle, but I haven't lost the war. For my heart, which I gave away reluctantly, fighting diligently to capture back and put in safe hands. Someone gentle, with the right tools to put the pieces back, bandage the broken, and sew the rip, and love it all the same. Understand that a woman's heart is not an Xbox game. Knows that lies is only told by a lame. Respects, appreciates, and treat me not like that chick, not like this bitch, but his main. I want to feel passion. I want to feel pain. I want my heart to sing at the sound of his name. Some thoughts. And this one. It's not really a poem. And then I'll go into all of them after. But I was told by my brother that I need to just get right into this shit and then explain later. Okay. No longer crying over spilled milk. I mean, you can always wipe it away and pour yourself another glass. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm just extra careful on how I choose my cup. Make sure it's reliable, strong, and steady. Just how I like my men. Life is full of surprises, hurts, happiness, disappointments, etc. No one is promised. I'm looking at life with a stronger set of eyes, seeing right through fake-ass people and their lies. Shit, it took me some time to get the fog out my eyes, but my sight has been blurry for a while. But I realize I have too many blessings and I'm too good of a person to not have a constant smile. I love my life and the people I'm sharing it with. Happy, blessed, and regret-free is how I'm gonna live. I have a gallon of milk and a never expiring date. So therefore, I'm good. I'm pouring another glass. A toast to the good life. Some thoughts. Okay? And then the last one. This one I have to say, the very beginning one, I heard or I seen somewhere and I actually loved it, and then I just like freaked it. It's like the remix. So I don't want to take credit for the beginning. Okay? So one night of pleasure will give you 9 months of pain and leave you with a baby to name. He told you you were cute, he told you you were fine. But what does he say when the baby's born? It wasn't mine. Okay, and that poem was not mine. So I'm going to go into mine on a more serious note. One night of pleasure will give you a lifetime of pain and leave you with a virus that's hard to tame. He told you were cute, he told you were sexy, and you end up in the doctor with a positive HIV. Strap it up, ladies. Remember, LOVE only means if you're fast and sleazy, legs open very easy. I be on my shit sometimes. So I feel like right now I'm going through a lot of changes, and I am evaluating and self-reflection on like my flaws and what I feel like I deserve and what I feel like people that was in my life don't deserve me, because I know I have flaws and I love some of them I dislike and I want to fix. And I understand that, and I'm trying to fix that. And I feel like there's things and shit and people in my life at this point that I feel like I'm gonna start weeding out. And I feel like me finding these poems, I actually logged back into Facebook after not being on for 3 years and found like 20 poems. So a lot of the poems are not going to be in the book that I have. I actually just copied and pasted them and emailed them and print them off. And I'm just going to get a folder for that because I'm like, do I really want to write these out? No. I type them up. I'd rather do that. And I don't want to write them down. So the new ones are going to go in the book. They are. And I found some poems from my daughter. Like the very, very first poem that I wrote her, I found, and I love it. And to go into the first one, when I can't remind myself enough, no matter how many times I'm consistently reminded with a reality slap. That's like add an insult to injury of like someone hurting you and then you letting them back, but you're just reminded with a reality slap that you should have never given them another chance. Life moves on, and sometimes you'll have an opportunity to rectify it or whatever, but like, can you really pause and rewind and like do over? You can't. So like, if somebody gives you a second chance on anything, like if they rehire you at a job or they let you back into school or any situation, don't make them regret it. Don't make them regret it. Don't make them feel stupid for giving you another chance and then mess it up for somebody else in the future. You know what I mean? And I am so horrible with that because I'm a Cancer and I have claws and I sink them shits into people that I care about and I love. And that's my hardest thing is like ripping that shit the fuck off and like moving the fuck on. Because once my claws are released, it's a wrap. And any ex can tell you, and any person that I emotionally detached myself from, there's no coming back. I'm sorry. The only person and the only people in my life that I can't emotionally detach myself from is my mother, because she gave me life and I love and appreciate her for everything that she's did for me, and my children, because I brought them into this world and like they do stuff, and of course I'm going to punish them and make them aware of what they did wrong, but I would never turn my back on them, even if it was the worst thing. The only thing I could do is like to do better, and maybe I could have did something different, or maybe you could try something differently, you know what I mean? But those are the only two sets of people, my two daughters and my mother, the people I gave birth to and the person that gave birth to me. You know why? Because before I was born, I had an attachment to that woman. And before my kids were born, I had an attachment to them. And I couldn't. But I'm getting way too deep into that. Okay, and the next one, the gallon of milk. Like, yeah, don't fucking cry over spilled milk. And I do. I have anxiety. I get so anxious. Like, school was starting. I'm getting stressed out. My daughter's hair needs to be done. I need to do this. And, like, I'm mean sometimes when I get, like, under pressure. And I always do. And like I'm learning as I'm getting older, and I'm counting my grades from being stressed out all the time over nothing, when I really end up realizing it, that I really just need to take a woosah and like realize that you can always pour yourself another glass. Like the things that I actually let myself get stressed out about, when I think back, like, yeah, you knew you got this, girl. But yeah, I like that. It's not, I don't really want to call that one a poem because it really doesn't rhyme. It's just thoughts, like I said. I promise you, at the end of most of these that I found on Facebook that I made, and most of these were made in like 2010, you should see the writing. Like I was writing with instead of S, the Z's and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, it was so annoying to me to read my old way of writing. But that was in 2010. Like all of these that I just read were very, very old, but they're still relevant, and they're always gonna be relevant because these are life lessons. And then the last one with the either, you know, wrap it up, like, and then another thing that's important to understand about people and situations and sex. My father told me before I became sexually active that you got to be careful. And honestly, that kind of went over my head as a child, as a teen. When you have sex with anybody that you have sex with, you give a piece of your soul. And like, I'm going to be honest, it took me years to understand what that meant. And I've like 100% agree with that. So like, I'm not ready to have this conversation with my daughters, but I am. I'm going to explain to them about giving a piece of your body to somebody, a piece of your soul. Like, you're opening something that's vulnerable, that's yours, that's sacred, that you can control. Like, I've already kind of had this conversation with my teen now, that she just turned 13 a couple weeks ago. I had this conversation with her about, like, this is something that you own at this time. Like, as a child, like, you don't really own anything, because, you know, you live under my roof, you know, and all that stuff and you belongs to me. But that's something that you control and you own, and you cherish that, and that's sacred. That should be sacred. And like, I didn't want to go into like giving your soul away, because she won't understand it. Because my father, I think, told me when I was like 16, and I didn't understand it. So I don't think that my 13-year-old would understand. But I want her to understand about giving her body away to somebody and a piece of your soul. And I want you to be able to understand that, and understand that a lot of men and little boys are only after that at that point. And it's not that they are 100% wrong, because like their hormones and blah blah blah. I think I should go into something different a little later. I'm going way left. But yeah, wrap it up. And I'm pretty sure most of the people that's viewing, my friends, and thank you. Oh my goodness. I was so like, when I first tried to do this YouTube, a lot of my friends was telling me, you need to log back onto Facebook. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I just like try to do my hustle and promotion on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. And like, I got a lot of viewers, but like, it sparked up like tremendously, and I did not regret it. Facebook does give me anxiety, because like a lot of times when I would go and look on my timeline, and see people like rant and vent about shit, or just share stuff that I feel like I was not ready to see. And I makes like I said, I'm an emotional person, and like, it would sometimes mess up my hour, and I used to let it mess up my day. Like, oh, that's so fucked up. The world is crazy, which we should be aware of, but like at the time, I wasn't ready. So I was ready to mute everybody at one point. But thank you to every single one of the people that's been viewing, that's been supporting, that's been sharing. I've been seeing, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, importantly. It's a free, is it red? I think it's a red button. Push that button. Thank you for viewing into YouTube. I said YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to True Blue for You. And I will be back sooner than I was. I think it was about a month since the last time I updated. But thank you again for everything. And I appreciate all my supporters. And like I said before, I think I said it in the beginning, and I just said it like 2 minutes ago. Subscribe. And again, none of these have titles. You probably can't even see it was mad fast, and it's like shining mad bright. But yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to subscribe and comment for the 3 different poems that I just said, and think of a good title. Thank you. Have a good day.